So I'm finally 32, and I wanted to make a video last night, but I just said no. Let me not make it too angry. Let me think about things first and all types of shit. And then I was just watching videos all day. I didn't do nothing. I didn't put the wig on. I didn't go out. None of that. I actually didn't get a happy birthday from him, so I'm trying to figure out if I'm really upset about that, if I can let it go. What does this mean? Should I hold it against him? I didn't even feel like when he got home from work, I felt annoyed. I felt sorry for him. I felt a little upset, but not too much. I just felt over it. Like I felt like I couldn't believe that, he didn't say happy birthday all day, not even through a fucking text. I did block him on WhatsApp prior to my birthday, but that doesn't mean that his regular messenger or his regular messages, as far as text messages go, doesn't work. Like I literally text him the day before. I forgot about what, and he responded. So it's like I'm not sure why he didn't use that same line to say or wish me happy birthday. Now, that to me is just weird because if you see my previous video, I'm upset because he wanted to be downstairs and talk to one of his coworkers or buddies or whatever. And I didn't really want any randoms in the crib. So he didn't understand why that was getting me upset. Only I understood why. And I don't regret it at all. It just kind of reminds me of New Year's. For Valentine's Day, I was sick. I had fever, and all types of shit. But I probably caught the flu or like had a cold or like a bug or something, one of those things. But so we couldn't go out for Valentine's Day. But before that, for New Year's Eve, he was barely home. He left without letting me know where he was going. And then he came back literally 30 minutes before midnight. And he was texting me, Happy New Year's, I love you, all types of dumb shit. That now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not even sure if that was for real. I'm not even sure if he meant it. I'm just thinking maybe he just said it to kind of ease his way back in since I was really upset. And so obviously by him not wishing me happy birthday, I took that as he was still upset that I kind of was like bugging out in front of company. But I could care less. I don't know the nigga, he don't know me. And I was just trying to make a point, like, why can't this fucking conversation be done over the fucking phone? Or why couldn't he step out? Like, literally, it didn't even take 5 minutes. So if you can see that video, uh, however long that video is, that's how long he was in the crib talking. So I'm not sure if I interrupted anything, and I can care less. But I feel like that's not a reason why you should just dismiss that it was my birthday the following day, when that was the whole point of me telling you not to bring him in, not to at least step out or something, because I was just getting ready to go downstairs. So I didn't want to bump into anybody that I don't know prior to my birthday. Point blank, period. I don't understand why that conversation couldn't have been held until like the weekend. Like the weekend, go hang with your buddies. Go. Um, and like the night before, the evening before, he was drinking with his coworkers and he came home a little late. So I'm not understanding why y'all gotta see and talk to each other so damn much, you know. It was kind of like an excuse to kind of have me upset on my birthday, and I'm just not feeling it. So I was just thinking, like, I couldn't go to sleep. I slept all day, and I was in between sleep and watching YouTube videos. So I'm up. I have an appointment early this morning, so I'm up. I figure I could just go back to sleep when I come back from that appointment. Um, and if I do go to sleep, it'll probably be an hour or two. Um, my kids texted me. Well, my son, my oldest, he texted me happy birthday, mommy. Sometimes I feel like he just throws in the mommy to kind of like sugarcoat shit. If you really gave a fuck about your mommy's birthday, you would have called and you would have had you and your brother wish me happy fucking birthday. So I was not impressed. I wanted to ignore him, but then I said no, let me not do that. And I said thanks, but I didn't feel like I didn't even really feel like it was my birthday, honestly. And some years it just be like that. I don't know what it is about my birthday and some folks. I feel like I have all these expectations when it comes to my birthday and enjoying it and whatnot. And people always seem to want to keep me down in April. And it's Easter time as well. So um that's when motherfuckers want to judge you and pretend that they're the holiest throughout the fucking year. So I just kind of let that time pass by, and Mother's Day is coming up. So I'm trying to figure out what's what. It's almost as if he's not even gonna wish me a fucking happy Mother's Day. So I feel like that's gonna be a problem because I'm like Joan from Girlfriends, believe it or not. Like I am big on holidays. I want everything to be perfect. I want to be happy. I want whoever's around me and sharing the moment and time with me to be happy as well. Um and so I already see that, like I moved here in September of last year. So for Thanksgiving, uh, you know, around November, I had to kind of push that Thanksgiving vibe. Like we went food shopping, we got the turkey, we got the pernil, all types of shit. And eventually I ended up cooking, but he invited his friends over and I didn't even want to meet none of them. Like I was downstairs in the basement chilling. I got me some food. Um, and I just let him have his space with his friends, enjoy the food, blah, blah, blah. But as far as Christmas came, I didn't get no fucking gift. I didn't get a gift from him. I didn't make it a big deal because I feel like me being under his roof is a gift enough. But I didn't get no fucking gift. I was actually the one kind of stressing to get gifts. Um, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'm not even feeling it right now. Like, so why force it? Um, And that's when I had that whole drama with the child support check and all types of dumb shit. Like, motherfuckers is always trying to burst my fucking bubble, and I don't understand why. Um, and what else? So, New Year's, he tried to get me upset by not being home all day, not letting me know where he was at. Um, and then coming home 30 minutes before midnight and trying to make it up and whatnot. Valentine's Day came, I was sick. We couldn't do nothing. And part of the reason why I think I got sick was because he likes to drink and we fuck raw. And so it's like almost a liquor transfer, honestly. It feels like. So most likely around that time, that's what was happening. Because to my knowledge, I wasn't drinking then. And I was downstairs in the basement, weather change and all types of shit. So I did get sick. It wasn't nothing too crazy like, oh, let me go to the hospital or whatnot, but it was just like I was sick. Like first trimester was ridiculous. Throwing up every day, almost everything I ate. It just was not even cute. But he's not like holiday or how can I say, like he's not very holiday holiday savvy. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose because I'm the new bitch, or because I haven't met his friends or don't want to, don't plan to, don't really give a fuck. Um, but I don't. I feel like if I was light skinned, he would do the most. So I don't know. I just don't really like. I was thinking, wow, this nigga really didn't say shit to me all day. All day, no good morning, no happy birthday, no good night, nothing. So then he sleeps in a different room. I'm in my room. And basically, whenever the fuck he feels like he misses his girl, that's when he'll try to make it up. But he'll try to make it up to have sex, to make love. And that's when I break, and then we end up fucking, and then, you know, we back at it again. I'm over that. I'm about to have a fucking baby. I'm stressed because I don't know how that's gonna be. I haven't had a baby in forever. My youngest is about to be 12. Um, I'm stressed about school, financial aid, uh, hopefully finding work. You know, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, um, but I feel like that's gonna bring a lot of issues. Hopefully, it doesn't. I feel like when we do fight, when we do argue, it's ugly. We say a lot of mean things to each other, and I just don't know the longevity of our relationship just yet. We already spoke. I told him I'm not sure if we're ready to get married. No matter how bad I want to get married, I'm not sure if we're ready to get married. With like my transcripts missing, knowing damn well I printed 4 fucking copies, my 1098 missing. Hopefully, it did go into one of those envelopes that I sent to the fucking IRS. But just the thought that little shit like that, when I'm least even thinking about it, because I trust him, is missing behind my back. Like, I just don't trust that. And I feel like insulted because he wants to low key make me feel crazy. Like my soberness and my sanity is too much to fucking handle. And I don't like people like that. Let alone dating them. I don't like people like that. So I don't know if it has to do with his sign, because my ex best friend used to be a fucking Scorpio. And a lot of times in my Snapchat, snappers would see that in my videos and my venting and whatnot. But I don't want to compare him to a bitch, you know? So but I am very observant when it comes to people's signs and how they act, their characteristics and stuff like that. Um, so I don't know. Like when when he came from work, he didn't really make it a big deal. I do thank him for washing the dishes and whatnot, but it's like that can't be all. Like you cannot expect to not do it early in the morning and then do it when you come home and think you're gonna get all the props in the fucking world. No. I shouldn't wake up, go downstairs and still see dishes in the fucking sink on my birthday. Like I'm like, nah, I'm not doing no fucking dishes. Um, I honestly was upset when he came in because I'm like, what I'm thinking, what would my nigga do, right? On my birthday. Like what is expected of him, right? Because if we're not going out, if we're not doing nothing much, why not fucking bring a little small cake, you know? Like I was really going for like I was really craving ice cream cake. I've been mentioning it throughout the fucking week. But I guess he didn't get that hint. I guess I should have been texting him like, babe, can you bring some fucking ice cream cake? but he didn't do it. So it was like a invisible expectation that I had, and maybe he didn't know about it, but I was mentioning it all week. Um, we did agree that if we didn't do nothing on my birthday, that we would try to do it either the following day or over the weekend. So hopefully things change, but if not, I'm just like very disappointed. Um, but I know that if I was younger, I would be highly disappointed. So it's like I'm getting older. I know what I want. I know what kind of people I want around me. I know what kind of vibes I want around me. And unfortunately, they're not there yet. Unfortunately, I'm bringing another kid to the world. But fortunately, that kid is going to change me and make me better. That's how I want to, that's how I want to believe. My mother contacted me. I ignored her. I didn't want to talk to her. Um, I already know she wishes me a happy birthday, but at the same time, it's like all last year, you could have made sure that I had a beautiful, wonderful birthday this year. So I didn't really want to hear her tone. I didn't really want to hear her voice. I kind of know what it is. Like I already know she would have made she would have hyped it, you know. But at the same time, actions speak louder than fucking words. Um, So my tolerance and my patience is like this much. So and then I was wondering like damn, you know, like when you just had a birthday, you trying to figure out like is there a difference? Do you feel different? And I feel okay. Like I feel like I'm at peace with the age that I God has blessed me with, and hopefully I get to go through many more birthdays. I miss my sons. I wish they would have called me and would have wished me happy birthday versus texting me. So I don't know how this year is gonna go. Um, I think I don't wanna do like tit for tat, but at the same time, these are boys that I'm raising and from far, so I kind of have to kind of stoop a little to their level and make sure that they understand how their mommy operates. Um, but I don't want to blame them too much. I mean, they are kids. But at the same time, it's like, think about how many times I used to hype your birthday. Um, think about what alternatives you can be doing since we're not together. Um, I never got no fucking birthday card for my sons, and that's trifling to me. Like I taught you how to write. I was trying to teach you how to fucking read correctly and all types of shit. But at the same time, you started your um scholar experience with your mother. And so I find it trifling how now that you know how to read and now that you can make full sentences, like you can come up with full sentences, you don't like nothing pops up in mind. Like I've raised you to be creative and I raised you to express yourselves. I raised you to be yourselves. And you know that I love you. So I don't understand how nothing has popped up in your head. Like, you know what? I should send mommy a fucking birthday card. Nothing on it, just something like a little something that can remind me of you or something, you know, like make me feel mommy-ish. Don't just throw the word mommy and think that, you know, you get extra points for that. Like, nah. For all of that, call me Myra. Like your grandma used to do with her mother, like, you know. Because it's like, what's the point of calling me mommy? I didn't get to hug you, you know. So it's like no hugs, no kisses, no nothing. So don't just throw the word mommy in there. And what else? Other than that, other than that, I wish they would have made it more special. A phone call versus a text always makes it more special. Now, any other day, sure, text me whatever you want. But on days like those, birthdays, Mother's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that, a call makes more sense. That's why I don't call anymore, because I figured now that they're getting older, they should be able to analyze and observe my patterns. I know all of your patterns because you're my sons, but I feel like you don't know nothing about your fucking mother. And if you want to keep it that way, sure, go ahead. If not, then you should be able to try to make some changes. Um, and I was just like thinking about that, as well as my mother. Like, your daughter, and I know you, but I feel like by me not being under the same roof anymore, you need to do better. Um, since I moved here in September, I've been warning you, I've been letting you know, go to fucking court, change your petition. I want to see my kids. Summertime is coming, my birthday's coming, you know, and these holidays, it's not fair that the paternal family gets to have it all, and they treat us like we don't, like we ain't nobody, like they don't have fucking perfect grandkids because of us. So I feel like that's very hypocritical. You every month being all in that bitch's face and not doing what I say just doesn't make any sense. um and I feel like she does it to keep reminding me, well, you let this happen. But it's like, mamita, we cannot keep going back and forth about the same thing. Like, we know this already, but there was a fucking reason why. And it's like, until I speak out, most likely this bitch wants to know everything about me, or she feels like she's molding me. I don't have time for that. I'm grown already. I've observed, I've realized, and I've noticed many, many different patterns between them. So it's like, I don't have time to entertain your bullshit just because now you're a grandmother to a fucking granddaughter. Like, release release my kids, your grandkids, and things will be better. God forbid something happens to my mother, and I gotta break the news to my sons. Them not reacting how I expect them to react is gonna bring issues. God forbid something happens to me. Them reacting or not reacting how I expect them to react is gonna bring issues. So that's just all I'm trying to avoid. I miss my kids. I feel like every bitch in that family is hypocritical. And yes, I said bitch. So there's no way I will be contacting them. There's no way that I will be clinging to them. There's no need, like, my life does not revolve around them, which is exactly why they're acting the way that they're acting, because that's the only way that they can get me upset, by them keeping my kids hostage and away from me and all of that. And it's like, your son placed a fucking order of protection on me back in 2018. That was a temporary order that eventually expired sometime early 2019. I went and submitted my fucking petition since, I think, 2020, 2021. Because 2020, I went to the court and I got all the information. But 2021, I know I submitted a petition. Oh, no. I submitted the petition in 2020, and then they set the date in 2021. Since 2021, we've been back and forth in court. And not once was the idea of, let me drop off the kids at their house. Let's switch it up. Nothing like that. Let's have a birthday party, something. Nothing. So when I do get my kids back on some full custody type shit, or at least real joint custody, because right now they playing, but real joint custody, this is exactly what I will be bringing up. Um, and hopefully my new baby can help me with that. Because now that they'll be seeing that I'm a new mother, and there's no reason why my sons can't be around me and my new baby or have access to me. Hopefully the court can see that. Um, because I'm also trying to think what good can come out the situation. Um, I'll be paying child support, um, but at the same time, as far as my personal time, I'm not sure unless they requested themselves, unless they have specific plans. I'm not gonna go to New York just to waste my time and repeat the same shit at every visit, or like have the same vibe. I feel like that's just not what I'm gonna do. Um, and they will have to complain about it in order for anything drastic to happen. Um, I just want to go through the courts. I'm tired of trying to mend and renew situations as far as co-parenting goes with their father, because he's an arrogant, ignorant motherfucker who just thinks about himself, and he wants them to feel like their mother is not involved in their lives, which is false. Their mother is more involved spiritually, emotionally, mentally than he could ever be. So that is why he is so thirsty to physically be, or to seem like he's physically being there for them, when we know that's not true. And I hate to come at the grandparents, because I know initially they meant everything to them and me. But it's sad that it's just gotten this way because of dumbass habits. Um, and I hope my kids can eventually come to terms with that and realize that, and stop trying to act like fucking victims when they're not. I feel like the more they drag it, the more I'm gonna make sure that the court and the judge and the attorneys have them more involved in their own fucking case. That's all I'm saying. And it feels good to say that, because it feels like it's age appropriate now. Like before, it just felt like, oh, I'm just a young mom, whatever. Motherfuckers, professionals, motherfuckers that call themselves professionals, wanted to claim that I was upset at my breakup with him. And it's like, wow, you know, I'll bring out all the professionals so that they can tell the courts my characteristics, my observations versus theirs, all types of shit. Like I'll bring it all the way back that it's not even funny. So that's something their father needs to take into consideration. That's something they have to think about, as far as building or rebuilding a relationship with their mother, by avoiding not thinking about it, because that's how their grandmother is. Their paternal grandmother, she rather them not think about me, or because it's gonna hurt them, or because that was so long ago, or because that would interrupt their new life. And that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. You cannot dismiss me. You cannot act like I'm not a real person, like I died already, like I don't exist, because they're just gonna mimic you. So as far as talking about manipulation and all types of dumb shit, you're doing the same thing too. I never raised my kids to ignore you. I never raised my kids to pretend you don't exist. I never raised my kids to keep things away from you, to hold info or anything like that. And that is what's sad. That's what's disgusting about you guys, because I don't know if it's the treatment is because I'm not black. Um, I'm Latina or whatever the case is, and it's like, why you mad? Why you mad? So it's just annoying to me, and I hope that the court can really see that. Right now it just feels like everything is about who is financially responsible, and I feel like at the last court session in March, there was not enough honesty. Like I see the judge trying, and I see her trying to give me space to ask any questions. But honestly, in the moment, I didn't know what the fuck to ask because I didn't know what she expected me to ask. And because she brought up the fact that, the kids are under some new insurance, that's all I could think about. Why? They I got them off my insurance back in 2019, when I had to renew my insurance. They were also under government insurance, but assuming that their father has custody and assuming that their father has a great job and can now add them to his insurance or work, whatever it is, um, FMLA or whatever the fuck, I don't understand why that wasn't even brought up. Now I can mention that because that is an observation that I've realized after the fact, after that day, after we spoke, after it was finalized or whatever, after the session ended, basically. So he knows that I know that. So I don't understand why he would drag that. I don't understand why he would play himself in front of a fucking judge. So that is also what I would say. Um, I didn't know that my kids were under a different uh, government insurance. I honestly thought that he would be mature enough to add them since he was so thirsty for the custody, or since he received custody. The court gave custody to him, so why not claim your fucking kids? But I'm pretty sure when it comes to taxes, that's when you want to claim them. That's when you're looking for paperwork. That's when you want to add them, and I just don't understand that. Um, but I figured if he has them on a government insurance, maybe the grandparents have them on their life insurance or some shit. But not seeing that was very annoying. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know I have trouble claiming them during tax time, um, and all types of shit. It was very difficult for me to even claim them when I started working again. So for like the first 2 years, I didn't claim them. It wasn't after 2021 when they were having all that rebate stuff going on that I was like, this makes sense, because by then there was a credit where you can claim your kids because of coronavirus and stuff like that. So basically, it just the situation fucks up my whole shit as well. So I had to go back and amend my shit, and hopefully IRS can understand and see that. I don't know who the fuck would pretend they're me and start sending shit or start filing shit like they're me, but nah, there's only one me. Um, so all of that is annoying as far as uh, custody and visitation and child support, guardianship, or whatever the fuck. But I didn't feel like the session was all the way honest. It was more like, okay, what is the judge saying? Because I'm over it. Like all 23 we had court. 2022 we had court. So I'm just over it. But I want to get all my facts straight. I want to get all my info straight, all my information, all my facts, all my emotions sorted out before I even file another petition. So that is why I want my mother to modify hers, because I know that there's no reason that they wouldn't grant it to her. She just needs to really be specific with what she's asking of the judge, because I'm also involved and I don't want to contradict anything that she's out there saying. But that's just some drama. Um, I don't, and then it's like, as far as all that other shit on social media and stuff like that going on, because I'm talking about real life drama. Now I'm talking about social media drama, and it's all the same, and it's sad because it's like you got this one big ass person in the industry going through all this drama, and everyone is being pulled into it just because they hang with the nigga, just because they chill with the nigga, just because they smoke or drink with the nigga. And that's kind of ironic because it's like, um, my kids are entering teenage years. They about to go through peer pressure, and I don't wish any of the shit that I'm seeing on social media on them. I don't want them to go through any of that. I want them to choose their friends very wisely, choose their time and place very wisely, because it's that kind of time. I don't want my kids anywhere at the wrong time or anywhere with the wrong person, with the wrong crowd, and all of that. So it's just kind of like playing out as a warning through all this industry drama, because it's like all these celebrities, they're being invited to the fucking parties, and next thing you know, all this extra shit is going on, whether they know it or not. And then it's kind of weird because stuff like that really does happen. You might be invited to a situation or an event with people you trust and like and seem to not have any issues with or any drama with, but at that party or at that event, anything could pop off. So it's just kind of like a warning. And then on top of that, I'm not there to kind of remind my kids, make sure you're aware of what you're eating, what you're drinking, who's offering you anything, um, and things like that. So it's like little things are like little, what can I say, little bits and pieces of my motherhood is literally being stolen from this family. And when I tell you, the next time I go back to court, I'm going to make sure that they feel my wrath. I'm not playing. But hopefully, their grandmother reminds them for me. She's not going to do it for me, but she's going to do it for herself and for her son. Um, and so that's just what I need them to understand, because they're about to enter high school, junior high, peer pressure, um, competition, all types of shit that happens around that time. But mainly peer pressure and competition, and learning how to be a great sport, um, making sure you have good grades and maintain the good grades, make sure you learn some good study habits, all types of shit. And all of that can just be shuffled around once your social life is up there. And I need them to make sure that they have a good balance between everything, because they are young, um, and even in that industry drama, young young individuals are being tainted. Young individuals are being uh, taken. So it's just some craziness, and so it's crazy. Most of the celebrities that are being mentioned in this drama, I grew up listening to, or I grew up watching on TV or anything like that. So with the generations changing, a lot of the younger celebrities are not even lasting. A lot of these young, even like the young groups, they're not lasting for as long as these older groups used to last for. Um, everything is different. So, it's just sad to me as a mother, as an individual. It's nothing new. Like, drama is every day, but the type of drama, like, and it's been a while since I hear about juicy drama like that. Because it's not regular stuff. It's stuff like a certain individual you thought was straight could possibly be gay. And instead of just coming out to the world, is using all types of weird tactics to do so. And because he does not know exactly how the world is going to take him as a gay individual or as a bisexual individual, he is dragging everyone along with him. And then it's like, well, we all want to know who's gay, who's bi, who's straight. Um, but not even that. It's just like sources are saying that he's using drugs and alcohol to manipulate these individuals. So it's a situation where you could be at a party of his and you drinking something that's laced or spiked or has something else in it that shouldn't be in it. It's not part of the ingredients that goes with the drink. Um and it can change your mood and how you act and how you're feeling. And so basically that's kind of poisoning you. That's basically poisoning you. Because if you don't know what's in it, that's poison. That's not what you're thinking that you're consuming. So that's confusing your body and your mind and your soul. And for what? So he could be touching all up on you and trying to fuck you and all types of shit when he can simply just ask you. That's crazy to me. But I don't know. People are just, I don't know, the money and I don't know, the fame or whatever is going on. Um I feel like, and then on top of that, I don't know if I mentioned this in my other videos, he has some fucking nerve trying to come out because he would not, if we didn't know for this long, he would have kept it like that. So obviously he wanted us to know, and it just got to be a crazy ass story. Because it seems like he's not a boring person, but at the same time, you're risking all these lives and all these reputations and all these brands and all these businesses and whatnot. So it's like a fucking tornado. Um, but I feel like not only should he have came out from jump, but I feel like the way everything is being manipulated through like the news and social media and shit, no one knows what to believe. So it's still that don't believe everything you read and don't believe everything you hear and see stuff. Um, I was gonna say something else and I forgot, but um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it was back then, like a different time in music or in the industry, we would have known sooner. Like, I don't know what's going on in his life to where now things are out of his control. So that I feel like that means that, he's really into the drugs and the alcohol. No matter how you look, no matter how you dress, mentally, emotionally, and physically, something could be wrong with you. So I think that's something people need to be really watching out for. He's not someone that you can just easily ignore with all that's being said about him. And I feel like that's kind of evil in a way because he should know that. Um, And so this is not really easy to be taking in. It's been affecting me. It's been affecting my relationship, the way I think now. Um, and I feel like all of that is just crazy. It's also been affecting others. You hear all these other celebrities that are being dragged into other relationships that are being dragged into. I don't know why they just don't call him a fucking swinger. Um, you got all these other couples uh, involved, and it's like, so y'all are swingers. That's the term. Um, but they calling it all types of extra shit. So I don't know. Um, I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I am still trying to stay up. So maybe that's why I'm rambling. But oh, the video from yesterday where I did like the little ponytail. I put "Gots to Be Glue," um, and I try to put this on, but this is a nightgown. I try to put it on because I don't have time to look for my fucking scarf. I need to go scarf shopping or remind my mother to buy me some fucking head scarves. But I try to flatten it, and then today when I took it off, my hair got curly. So I didn't know if I should just wet it, wash it off, because I expected it to be slicked down. I didn't um I didn't blow dry my hair. I just took the rods out and kind of slicked it down. But I should have been blow drying my hair, flat ironing my hair. My hot comb does not work, so I dumped it. Um, and it's like my hair is all curly. So hopefully I could wear it out tomorrow or whatever later. Um, I doubt I'll be putting a fucking wig on. But hopefully I can. I don't know. If so, it would be the curly wig. It wouldn't really be the full lace wig because that's gonna take time to put on. I don't want to do nothing like that today. Because I know I'm due to wash my hair again, and so it's not gonna really last. But I do kind of still want to measure it on my head and stuff like that. I didn't get to do that yesterday or the day before. Um, so what else? Back to the industry stuff. It's not the first time that, because literally when I was going through my case, everything was jumping off. New artists, new music, all types of shit. Everybody was having babies, all types of shit. So everything in the industry was going good, I guess. But now it's like everything is going downhill, which means like we're gonna be listening to the same artists for a little while, unless they're bringing out new artists. And it's like, it's too much going on, too much sound, too many sounds, too much going on, and the people that we usually um grew up listening to might not even be in music for too long anymore. So now new artists might pop up because all this extra shit, nobody's gonna want to work with you. Nobody's gonna want to deal with you. Nobody's gonna want to, but I could be wrong. But I'm just saying that's kind of crazy. Like if you really think about the list of people and even actors are involved and all types of shit, all types of icons and stuff like that. It's like the generation. It's like the generation's literally switching in the music industry. So um that's a bit annoying. Um and it just questions you, like, who wants to even fucking join the industry unless you like a scammer or a drug dealer, you got that kind of money and time and and I guess interest. But other than that, I don't know. And it's like if you join the fucking industry, everything is probably good for like half the contract if you're in a contract. And then the other half is like doomsday. Like everything is falling apart. You're not seeing eye to eye with the people you sign with. All this extra shit. But it's like it's like a twist to it now. Like, they were mentioning him in these videos, and it's like, why does he have these videos and then blackmail and all types of shit? And I'm just like, wow, why not just do porn? Like, why not get you a group of people that fuck with you hard, that knows all this extra shit about you, and just do fucking porn? Why drug them? Why rape them? Why molest them? Why go through all that drama like you invincible? That to me does not make any sense. So I don't understand why there would be videos of people that you did stuff with. It's gonna show if they gave consent or not, if they in the right state of mind or not. Maybe he thought that they wouldn't notice if no such video of them were ever out there. But professionals are professionals for a fucking reason. Good professionals that know what the fuck they're doing will know the truth. So I feel like he put himself in all this drama on purpose. You know, how can so many people be doing him? Is he safe? Like there's so much mental going on that it's not even funny. And then who even knew that he would be on drugs? Like, of course we expect you to smoke your little blunts, drink your little liquor, but all that extra shit, mm-mm. But I guess, he works so hard. He needs a little coke to be energetic and stuff like that. But energetic about what? If motherfuckers is already claiming you can't rap, you can dance, you can't rap. At least not like bars, bars, bars. You could do a little chorus. You could do a little remix, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll see a cipher or something one day. If there hasn't been already, I gotta check. But I'm scared for my kids' generation, and I pray that their generation is better than ours. They got these new drugs and stuff. I pray my kids stay away from them. You can be lit without drugs. I don't know how they're gonna take it, hearing it from me, but hopefully you remember your mother. So that's all I have to say for now. It's about to be 4 a.m. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to say? I think that sums up everything that I wanted to say since yesterday. I would like some advice in the comments as far as what to do. My man ain't tell me happy birthday. What should I do?